Hello, welcome to Little Flower Tarot, your floral oracle. My name is Krista, and today I am going to be answering two questions for you. How can you cultivate true peace in your life, and how can you cultivate true love in your life? So you have three groups to choose from. Your first group is the Carnation, your second is the Feverfew, and your third is the Chrysanthemum. So go ahead and take your pick and we'll get right into it. Hello, welcome to Little Flower Tarot, your floral oracle. My name is Krista, and today's reading is going to answer two questions. How can you cultivate true peace in your life, and how can you cultivate true love in your life? You've chosen group number one with the Carnation. I'll show it to you up close just to get a little shot of this beautiful guy here. The Carnation is the January birth flower, and it is a positive symbol of love, fascination, and gratitude. It is especially associated with a mother's love or motherly love. So you can kind of think of that in many different ways. Motherly love can even be your connection to Mother Earth. So yeah, so I will just put this little guy right over to this. Actually, maybe I'll put it up top there. Perfect. So I pulled a couple of cards from the Earth Magic Oracle deck, and you got Dragonfly with Emergence and Meadow with Vulnerability. All right. And then I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Gratitude Blooming deck. All right, so you got Simplicity with Daisies and Bouquet with Celebration. All right. And today we are using the Shadowscape Tarot deck. And I am actually going to just go ahead and lay out all the cards for you right off the bat, and we'll see where it leads us. Alrighty, so as for our tarot, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Two of Wands. All right, we're going to start there. Okay, so the first card that keeps pulling me in is the Three of Pentacles here. So the Three of Pentacles is associated with teamwork. It's associated with your connection to the people you work with, the people in your life that you are building something with. It can be anything. It can be your family, your partner, your children. It can be, but it is often associated with a professional situation. So I'm getting that perhaps you are dealing with a group situation where you have to collaborate with others, and I'm getting this feeling like there might be some strain there, or there might be a little bit of discomfort there, confusion, or just generally it's feeling a little off. There's something that doesn't feel aligned, something that doesn't feel like it's going the way you would expect it to go or want it to go. So something you're working on. So, and that does make sense because we do have the Ten of Pentacles here, and the Ten of Pentacles is about It's about legacy. It's about what you're building in your life and the direction you're heading in. I'm getting this feeling like you're reassessing the direction you're heading in. you're reassessing how you want to build your life, the direction you're heading in, and you might be questioning if the people in your life right now, or the people you've chosen to support you in the building of your life and in the direction you're going in your future. I feel like there's a reassessment energy coming through. Yes, and then, I mean, of course, it makes sense because here's the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is about conflict. It's about differing opinions. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, what I'm picking up from this is you're building something with a group of people, and there is a lot of conflict in the mix. There's a lot of just confusion, and a lot of everyone seems to be on different pages, and you just want everything. You have a vision of the reason why you even started this venture in the first place, and it's not turning out how you expected. So this is interesting. This is the conflict that we're touching on. So I would imagine that this is answering our question. What we're going to be getting into, it's answering the question, how can you find true peace in your life? Because this is extremely important to you. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles is one of the most important things. It's the way you're building your long-term future. So, you know, if you don't have peace with the situation, with your professional endeavors, with the people around you, with the way in which you're moving forward in the trajectory of your life, then that's a huge problem. I mean, that's a huge root level issue. And of course, we want to find peace in that place. So let's see. So we've got the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. So, okay, so actually I'm looking over here with emergence and vulnerability, and I'm getting this feeling like maybe you're having a hard time truly speaking your raw truth into the mix of this conflict. Maybe there's a little bit of a hesitation to be authentically yourself, and maybe there's a fear that if you speak your truth, you're going to create even more drama or even more chaos. But I'm getting the sense that it's actually, that is what's going to bring you the peace that you need in the situation. I think part of the conflict that you've been feeling, the underlying conflict that you've been feeling, is that you are suppressing your truth. You are just letting it, you're trying to keep the peace when really there was no peace to begin with. And in the meantime, you are suppressing your truth. So, and I'm not getting that this is like a really toxic necessarily. I mean, for some of you, it could be actually a toxic work environment, or it could be something you want to move on from. But for the most part, I'm getting this vibe that it's not toxic. It's just, there's some sort of just butting heads and disagreement, and it's actually, I feel like you're being called to speak your truth into the mix of it, and I feel like your truth really needs to be heard, and I believe that your truth is actually one of the pieces of the puzzle to bring peace into the scenario. It's not going to make it worse. So yeah, because I see this bouquet card here, celebration. I have this feeling like you are heading in the right direction, and whatever it is you're building. And I want to actually say, for some reason, if you're not building this with other people, this could be something you're building on your own. But perhaps it's like inner conflict of how you want to go about it. So I want to include those people as well. There might just be inner conflict. And I feel like in that case, still, again, getting silent, simplifying things, and finding your truth and speaking that into the mix of the internal conflict that you have is going to help you get clarity in moving forward. So just finding your truth in general and speaking it out, writing it out. But in the former scenario where you're building something with a group of people, this celebration card feels like there is potential there. There is potential for this to go everyone's way, to go in a positive direction. Everyone's gifts are valuable. Like the Three of Pentacles really represents each person's contribution being extremely valuable, a necessary part of the puzzle. And so the advice here with the Three of Pentacles is to everyone needs to get clear on their role, what role they want to play, what their most important values are within the project, within the mission, whatever it is. Each person needs to get clear, and they need to express that. They need to express, like, because actually, yeah, with this Queen of Cups, it's this Queen of Emotions, this, you know, being able to express your emotions freely, but also having them under control, having them expressed in a healthy way. I feel like everyone has an emotional attachment to what it is you're building, and every single person needs to get clear on their idea of where you're going, their understanding of their part that they're going to play, and that's mainly it. And write that down and express it within the group. Each person have an opportunity to express it. And then once everyone gets clear on those specific things, then there's a bridge being built there, you know, because everyone has come together to create this thing for a reason. Everyone is passionate about it. This is important. So everyone needs to be heard. So perhaps something you can bring up is, if you are in a leadership role, that's even more perfect. I don't actually sense that you're in a leadership role, because otherwise I don't think you would have, I got that feeling like you were scared to speak up, to make more drama. That's interesting. So maybe that's part of this, like, vulnerability. You know, it's like you have this idea and this way to help people come together, but you're afraid to speak it up because maybe you think it's not your place. But I think this is a team effort, and I think any input and any voice of clarity, peace, constructive, not criticism, but just any type of constructive input is welcome here. And I feel like whatever the consequences of that, it's not going to be as bad as you think. So I just feel like definitely speaking your truth, and like I said, maybe suggesting that everyone get clear on their roles, and making sure everyone is heard. That's a really important. So okay. So we've got this Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So whatever this is you're creating has the potential to really bring wealth, to really bring prosperity, to bring something substantial into the world. If it's not money oriented, it's something that is going to make the world better. It's going to improve the world, or even just your world, or the business you're in, or whatever it is. It's bringing forth something that is worthwhile. Like the Ace of Pentacles is this new venture, this new solid. It's a promise. It's a promise of solidity and worthiness, and it's solid. So whatever this is you guys are creating, it's built on a solid foundation, and it's going to bring the fruit that you desire and maybe more. And so this is there is confirmation here that whatever it is you're building is very much it's very much blessed and approved of by the universe. It's very much needed and wanting to come into being, this creative endeavor. So it's solid. This is very important. So if you were thinking about walking away, you would be walking away from something that actually will materialize into something good. So not to say that you should definitely stay. Always follow your intuition and what you need, because sometimes you have to leave something good for something better. So that's your intuition kind of thing. But yeah, so let's see. We've got the only one I haven't really touched on is the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is this burdensome energy. It's like I've got the world on my shoulders. If you want to look at this card, I mean, the symbolism in these cards really shows you everything. She's carrying this earth on her shoulders, you know, this an entire world on her shoulders. And I mean, she's doing it gracefully, but the Ten of Wands typically represents burnout and overworking yourself. So I would say it is time to simplify your life a little bit, make room in your life for some time for quiet solitude, and for so that you can just, so your voice, your soul, your heart, your internal nudgings, the desires of your heart, the direction you actually want to go in, what feels right, can all come to surface. So yeah, definitely simplify your life. If there's any clutter in your life or anything you're doing that just fills up space that isn't really serving your soul, it's a really good time to clear things out and bring some silence into your world, some slow, steady peace, walks in nature. You need quiet. I feel like there's this definite need for quiet and clarity so that you can find that internal drive, that internal still small voice, and so that you can build up your strength and your courage to speak it into this situation, speak it into this group endeavor, whatever this is that you're working towards with others. It requires you to go into the silence for a minute if you want to see any actual productive progress. So as far as asking the question, how can you cultivate more true peace in your life? This is the answer. So the next question we're going to ask is, how can you cultivate true love in your life? So what I'm going to do for this question is I'm going to actually just replace all of the tarot cards and these gratitude blooming cards. I think I want to keep these. I feel like these are solid, steady little bookends for the reading. So I'm going to keep the Earth Magic cards in place, and we are going to get new cards for how can you cultivate true love in your life. Okay, so you got self-care, the Allium triquetrum, and you got daffodils with beautiful sadness. Okay. And then here we will pull 6 more tarot cards. 6 or 7, we'll see what happens. Alrighty, so you got the Ace of Pentacles again. I had a feeling this would happen, that you would get similar cards. The Three of Pentacles again. Ten of Pentacles. I swear I mixed them up. The Hanged Man. The Four of Swords. And the Lovers. Okay. In the back of the deck, wants to come, you also got the Nine of Cups. Okay. I might pull another one later, but actually no, we're pulling it now. You got another one. You got Temperance as well. So, all right. Okay, so how can you cultivate more love in your life? Well, how can you cultivate true love in your life? That's my intention, is true love, and that can mean any type of love, you know, familial love, like love with your partner. So let's see. So again, the Three of Pentacles is the very center of your reading, and the Three of Pentacles is this group endeavor, this group effort, you know, everyone bringing their gifts and their voice and their uniqueness to the table. So I really feel that this group is really just a very people person, or at least they're the people in their lives are really, it's really important to them that they are getting along with the people in their lives, that they feel connected to the people, your life, sorry, that you feel connected to the people in your life. And so, and with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles right next to it, you know, Ace of Pentacles is a solid, stable new beginning, solid, stable offer. And Ten of Pentacles is the creation of your legacy, of your long-term security. And it's really stable and grounded as well. So, wow. And all three of these central cards are Pentacle cards, and very positive ones. And so there's this feeling like you have recently been deepening into and awakening to how much you love the people that are already existing in your life, how beautiful your life is, how blessed you are. I really feel this raw energy, like it kind of reminds me of the two, you know, the dragonfly with emergence and the meadow with vulnerability. It's like you're seeing your life with a whole new lens. You're seeing everything for how precious and ephemeral it is. You're waking up to realize that, you know, life is like everything's temporary. So you're just appreciating everything. It's heartbreaking almost, like with this beautiful sadness, this daffodils card. It's almost like this heartbreaking, this beautiful but heartbreaking reality that, you know, everything you have is always, everything's always changing. Your relationships are always going to change. You know, the death is a reality, and this is all temporary. So it's not, it's something that maybe at some points makes you feel sad and makes you feel a little heartbroken, but ultimately you're taking in that lesson, and it's making you feel more connected to the people around you and connected to your life and your purpose. And you are walking through your life with just more awareness of how blessed you are and how good things are. And you are not taking anything for granted. And that's amazing. So congratulations on that, taking that difficult life lesson in enough to enhance your life and wake up to the reality of our mortality and our is ephemerality, you know, just the transient nature of all things you are waking up to, and that's beautiful. And I'm sorry if you're going through a difficult time right now, or if you've gone through a death of a loved one recently. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm feeling this kind of intense internal awakening that's wanting to happen within you, that allows death to teach you and to open your eyes to the ways in which you've been sleepwalking through life. And I sense it, that you are taking it in and you are letting it teach you, and that's amazing. And I'm really happy and grateful to see this energy here, because sometimes it's disheartening to look around the world and see people who just take everything for granted and who sleepwalk a bit. I'm just taking a moment to be here with you right now in this energy and the weight of it. I can tell there's a weight here, a heaviness of the heart. And I'm just taking this moment to be here with you, to witness you in your heaviness and in the weight of it all. And, you know, if someone can just witness it with you, be there with you, that's, I guess, all I can do right now in this moment, because I do sense this really heavy energy. And like I said, I also sense, well, hold on. I'm going to take just a moment of silence for that. And I'm also sending you love and sending you a bit of energy healing and a bit of light to help you through this process. All right. All right. So thank you for letting, and whether it's metaphorical or literal, for letting death inform your soul and for letting it guide you deeper into your own worth, your own goodness, and your own purpose in this life. All right. So, okay. So, we are asking, how can you, all right. So, how can you cultivate true love in your life? All right. So, considering the heavy energy I'm experiencing that you're walking through right now, the heaviness on your heart, and now I'm looking at this Four of Swords card. And Four of Swords is telling you to rest. You need rest. So, yeah. There's just this beautiful, this card's gorgeous actually. She looks so peaceful. She's got her swords, and the sword almost feels like this is like kind of what you've been going through, like whatever this heartbreak is, the weight of this. And yeah, the death can be metaphorical. This could be the dissolution of a relationship, whatever it is you're going through. But it's almost like these swords are kind of like, it's like this is the pain you're experiencing. And then all of this beautiful golden and pink light, this big, fabric and dress that's hanging underneath her. It's almost like she's floating on water. And it's like, this is what you need. It might not feel like the most blissful rest in the beginning, but just letting this peace wash over you and this rest wash over you, maybe even listening to sound healing would be really good. Some just healing tones, and just allowing yourself to sleep and let all of this wash over you. I just feel this feeling of love is not lost. Love is only deepening. When your heart breaks, it's just opening up space for more love, for the light to crack through, So that's the vibe. That's the vibe of what's going on right now. So accepting where you're at, maybe not accepting, but, acknowledging where you're at and being okay that you're not okay. And letting this healing energy surround and move through you, and trusting that it's going to lead you. It's going to gradually lighten this heavy energy up, and it might take time, but this rest, take time to rest when you need it, for sure. So, all right, let's see. All right, so we've got the Lovers here. I mean, yeah, it's interesting because other than this beautiful sadness card, there really is nothing indicating, I didn't get the Death card, but I'm really picking up that energy of like the death of a loved one, the death of something really important to you in your life, a relationship. And we got this Lovers card, and Lovers is about a relationship. It's about a soulmate relationship. It's about psychic connections. It's really, I'm really feeling like perhaps there's been some heartbreak in your relationships recently, or with a death. And yeah, I'm getting this feeling whatever this is, whatever this ending was, it's an opportunity. So basically, some people, when they go through this type of pain and they don't process it in a healthy way, they become stuck, they become shut down, the wound kind of festers, it doesn't fully heal. If they don't allow themselves to fully feel it and fully release it, or fully walk through the journey that it wants to take them on, this is calling you into the journey, through the pain, through the weight of it, not to suppress it, not to pretend it's not there, not to try and distract yourself. This is calling you into the heart of it, because the opportunity is deeper love, the capacity for a deeper love, the deeper capacity for love in general. So whatever this is you're going through, you're being called to embrace the journey it wants to take you on. Embrace your feelings. Do not suppress them. Walk this path, and on the other side, there will be healing, and not only healing, but deeper love. So, yeah, we've got the Hanged Man and Temperance, which are similar energies. Yeah, so continuing on from this message about letting it take you on the journey it wants to take you on. The Hanged Man is about seeing things from a different perspective. So just allow yourself, with the Four of Swords, allow yourself that rest that you need, and just give yourself as much time as you need to walk through this process, because there is a different way of seeing it, a different way of viewing it that is awaiting you on the other side. When you're in the middle of it, all you can feel and see is the weight and the pain. And that's okay. That's an important part of the process. If you're in the middle of that process, that's all right. This will come soon. And it's okay that you're in the middle of the weight of it all, and if you're in confusion. So just trust the process and don't suppress your emotions, and eventually you will find this new perspective. So, and then Temperance is alchemy and transformation, balance. So I just feel like you're on this journey. Your heart is on a journey of alchemy, of transmutation. Your heart is being transformed. And the more you allow yourself to experience your emotions, to experience whatever arises on this journey through this portal that feels so painful at the time, this is transforming you into someone who loves even more deeply. So, and yes, and the Nine of Cups is your wish fulfilled. It's a deepening of your own personal love and satisfaction in your life. It gives me this vibe of someone who is just so immersed in their own emotions, good, positive, and I don't think there are any negative emotions, but you know what I mean? The emotions that feel painful and the emotions that feel amazing. You're turning into this Temperance, this alchemical transformation you're going through is bringing you into this space where you are able to fully experience your emotions in a new way. And it's just going to enhance your life that much more. Life is going to feel more sweeter, more loving, more kind. You're going to be more aware of how much you love the people in your life. You're going to express it more often. It's just this process that you're walking through is pushing you into a new experience of your own embodied life that is just going to feel so much better in so many ways. And your connection to the rest of humanity, to the people in your life, is going to feel so much more visceral and real, and you're going to be so much more expressive of your love. And food's gonna taste better. Sensual pleasures are going to be even more just magnified. Yes, your senses are going to begin exploding because you didn't suppress your pain. You didn't suppress what this this journey of embodiment that this is taking you on. So yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, and I mean, there's self-care here, and I feel like, yeah, take care of yourself through this transition. Do the little things for yourself, just little tiny gentle pleasures that you can give yourself here and there throughout this process. Do it, you know, give yourself what you want. Indulge your inner child, whatever it is, like the little things that make you feel good. Do those for yourself, because this is a hard process. But this, on the other side of this, is a much more enhanced experience of your own life. And that is how you can cultivate more love in your life. Walk through the process, and don't suppress any of it, because the less you suppress the pain, the less you'll suppress the pleasure. So, all right, I think that is all I have for you today. Group number 1, thank you so much for being here. This was a really beautiful reading. Thank you. I'm praying so many blessings for you on this path. Whatever it is you're going through professionally with your group endeavor and this beautiful personal journey that you're going on, I'm just praying so many blessings and so much just light and spiritual support for you. So if you'd like to like this video and subscribe to my channel, I would be so much appreciative of that. And I also do energy healing sessions. They are called the Infinite Prayer. I will put a link down below for that as well. My Infinite Prayer energy healing sessions are collective distance energy healing sessions that are just as potent for each individual as it would be one-on-one in person. I've made them very accessible, and they all correspond to a tarot reading here on YouTube. Reiki knows no time or place, so I like to think of gaining access to them as attaining a magical cup to dip into an infinite spring of healing waters as many times as you need, as you can download the video and keep it forever. I will put a link down below to the energy healing sessions, and you might be drawn to one, especially this reading. I feel like you could use a little bit of energy healing. I'm not doing energy healing sessions for this reading in particular, but I do believe that they're all somewhat universal. If there's one that you are particularly drawn to, it could be exactly what you need in this moment. So feel free to check those out. If you'd like to leave me a tip, there's no pressure whatsoever, but it would be much appreciated. There will be links down below on how to do that as well. And last but not least, I want to tell you about my second YouTube channel. It is called Soul Hearken. It is my heart and soul put into video form, so there will be a link down below to that. So thank you so much. I wish you all the love in the world, and hopefully I'll see you again. Bye. Hi, group number 2. Welcome to Little Flower Tarot, your floral oracle. My name is Krista, and this reading is going to answer 2 questions. How can you cultivate true peace in your life? And how can you cultivate true love in your life? You chose the Feverfew. I will show you this sweet little flower. The Feverfew represents fire, warmth, and especially protection. So it's been used to ward off sickness and fever. And it is related to the winter solstice, the longest night, or the darkest times in our lives. It carries the energy of death and rebirth, endings and beginnings. So yeah, I will put this little guy right up top here, and we will get into our reading. Well, maybe we should put it over here. There we go. Okay, so I pulled 2 cards from the Earth Magic Oracle deck, and you got clouds, shape-shifting, and tree, grounding. That's a cool juxtaposition, grounding and shape-shifting. Earth and sky. All right, I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Gratitude Blooming deck. Right, how can group number 2 cultivate true peace? And how can group number 2 cultivate true love? Actually, this is, well, you'll see. Okay. So we've got sorrow with touch me not, and patience, chamomile. All right, then we're going to get into the tarot. So the way I'm doing it is I'm going to pull some tarot cards for the first question, which is how can you cultivate true peace? And then we will get rid of those tarot cards and answer the second question and bring totally new tarot cards out for that. So this is question number 1. We are using the Shadowscapes Tarot. How can group number 2 cultivate true peace? Okay. All right, so we got the Lovers. We got the 9 of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and we are having crazy synchronicities with group number 1. These have all been pulled so far. So 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Queen of Wands. All right. So how can group number 2 cultivate true peace? Okay. Alrighty. So just energetically, I'm getting the sense of this. I'm actually feeling the emotion of frustration and anger. So whatever you're going through right now could be activating your inner frustration and anger. All right. Good to know. Especially with, yeah, I guess with the card Patience coming up. That might be somewhat accurate. Okay. So I'm seeing that it's like all you want is this 9 of Cups reality. So there's this 9 of Cups reality here. And the 9 of Cups is personal satisfaction, feeling in flow with your emotions and your reality and your emotional state in general. So this is what you want. This is your deepest desire, one of your deepest desires. And you're frustrated. There's something going on where it's not happening. It could be actually in one of your closest relationships. So this could be a romantic relationship, familial relationship, platonic. I'm guessing with the Lovers card, it is definitely relational. There's something going on in your life as far as a connection with someone or that is dissatisfying right now. And there's an element of blame almost that you, because it's like, oh, I get this feeling. This is what I'm getting. All I want is this peaceful emotional reality. I just want to feel good. I want to feel at peace in my heart. I want everything to flow, but there's this problem here, like with this Lovers card, and there's a problem here with a relationship or a person in your life. There's something there. And I'm getting this like blame energy. It's like, oh, I'm so frustrated with this person, and if only they would change, if only they would shift their energy, then everything could work out. So even, yeah, it's like even with the energy of this. So here's the Lovers card, and here's this card. This is like, if this is you and this is the problem that you're looking at, the thing you're blaming, it's like you're looking down on it, you know, you're like staring at it, and you're kind of like, whoa, like you're the problem, you need to change. And sorry, like, I'm sorry, this is like kind of, you know, I mean, I'm kind of calling you out a little because I feel like there needs to be some self-reflection here and a pulling back of your energy from this. And I think we all get into those states, you know, we all get into a state of like, if only you would change, or if only this thing in my outer environment would shift or change, then everything would be okay. But at the end of the day, you can't control other people. Some things in your circumstances or environment you don't have control over. And sometimes in those cases, you're being pulled into self-reflection. So what's this? Yeah, sorrow. Touch me not, sorrow. Okay. Yeah, so, all right. So you've got quite a few Pentacles cards. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel there's a really solid opportunity in front of you. And you've got the Magician as well. Okay. Okay, I'm getting the message here. So it might not be as intense as the energy I was picking up before of this blame situation. It could be. That's what I feel like I was picking that up for a reason. But it's almost like I'm getting this feeling that you are because it's almost like whatever this lover's situation is, this relationship issue is, you are being very distracted by it. So this card, if you look at this image, I just want to show it to you because it's actually really interesting. He's got this, it's like one of those things that come off the front of those fish that are in the dark with like the light bulb at the end, like the light at the end. And it's almost like a distraction energy. Like you're being distracted by this lover's situation, by whatever this relationship issue is. And if I look at the rest of your cards, you've got so much amazing potential. Like your reality is actually amazing right now. You've got this Ace of Pentacles, this new solid opportunity in your life that's grounded in, like, you've got this solid. Wow, your focus is a little bit off because we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is about building and creating a legacy, building something that's long lasting. The Ace of Pentacles is like you're in the beginning of this new journey of building your Ten of Pentacles. We've got the Three of Pentacles, which is about everyone bringing their gifts to the table, working together. And this could even be, Three of Pentacles could even be you working with your spirit guides, or you working with your higher self, or working with your own inspiration, to build what it is that you came to build. The Magician is creating something out of nothing. And then you've got this Queen of Wands card where you are embodying, like you're working towards embodying your most confident, proud, beautiful, attractive self. So you've got this amazing opportunity at your fingertips to create and build the life of your dreams. But yet it's like you feel dissatisfied because of this one situation that's not going exactly as you wish it would. Or maybe there's just an element of lack there, or just feeling like you're missing something in your life, when really maybe this is not the thing you're supposed to be focusing on right now. Maybe what you're supposed to be focusing on is this path. Yeah. And then, interesting, because what I'm picking up on, like this Patience card is here. And I feel like all of this stuff over here, all of what you're working towards for this, because ultimately your goal is emotional fulfillment. And actually the question we're asking is, how can you cultivate true peace right now? So, okay, so I believe the answer is to focus on embodying this Queen of Wands, self-confident, working on your following your unique path, embodying your truest self, and putting it out there in the world. This is what is going to bring you the inner peace that you're desiring, the peace with the steps you're taking on your path. Okay, all right, so there is this relationship issue over here, right? Oh, wow, this is gorgeous, actually. Everything's kind of coming together and making sense. This might be the puzzle piece that you don't feel you have under control. And the fact of the matter is, is that relationships will ultimately never be under your control because you can't control another person. So this is actually something that you need to come to an acceptance of. Whatever this problem is with this person, this relationship, this potential relationship, this lack of a relationship, whatever it is, there has to be a learned acceptance around the fact and the reality that you will never be able to control this, ever. That is the nature of relationships with other people because, like I said, you cannot control another person. You can try, but you ultimately can't. So it's almost like you feel like you've got this other aspect of your life you're getting under control, you're moving into it, you're feeling good about it, it is within your realm of power. And this is making you uncomfortable and giving you anxiety because you don't have power over it, you don't have control over it. Interesting. So, right, okay. So your advice is to focus on your creative pursuits, focus on this trajectory you're on with, I want to say, your career. I want to say with whatever it is you're building in your life that's got its eye on the future, got its eye on the long-term success, whatever that is. Hello. Miss Winnie wanted to make a quick little appearance here, but hi, BB. Okay, yes, your advice. Focus on this long-term success because it is going to bring you inner fulfillment. It is going to bring you the 9 of Cups, emotional fulfillment that you want. And the relationship, you are focusing there is an imbalance here. I mean, look at all this energy here that wants you to focus on it. And come on, baby, let's go. Come on. All right, go down. There we go. All right. Yes. So here, this is you, 9 of Cups. This is what wants to be cultivated. This is included in the puzzle, this relationship, whatever it is that you're wanting to be balanced in your life. If you're wanting to attract an actual relationship into your life, whatever this is, it wants to be there. It wants to be a part of your reality. But there's just an imbalance here. And I feel like it's unfounded. Like, I feel like there's a sorrow card here. I feel like there's this feeling of, like the feeling I picked up on earlier was this like blame towards another person. And this sorrow that it's bringing about in you, like you're sad, like someone's hurting you. And I get this feeling like whoever this person is, whatever this thing is, it's not their intention to hurt you. It's not their intention to disappoint you, or they're not trying to, like, they don't think negatively of you. They don't think negatively of the situation, just whatever their circumstances are. It's just not allowing them to show up for you in the way that you are wanting. But it really feels like, why are we focusing on this when it is clear that this is like this pursuit in your life, this trajectory of your life is calling you into it so strongly, that this should not be this should not be a number one focus. Like, this is so much less important right now, and will fall into place the more you focus on this positive forward trajectory into the creation of your life. And I want to say it's like your work life, whatever it is you're building, if you're self-employed, or your art, a creative pursuit, the embodiment of your, just who you are in the most positive sense. Like, the world wants to see who you are. You're being called into expressing yourself in this beautiful way. And this is what you need to focus on. You're going to find that inner peace and acceptance and love for yourself through this, and that inner fulfillment through this. So, and this patience card, I feel like, is telling you, like, have patience. This little piece of the puzzle will get worked out the more you focus on walking this path of your own. the path you're sure about, the path you're confident about, the path you know that is meant for you, the path that is within your power. Have patience with this other little piece of the puzzle because it's not ripe yet, but it is cultivating in the background. So, yeah. So we have tree with grounding, and then we have clouds with shape-shifting. Okay. So this is just a little bit of extra advice, I think. I think it's saying, basically, we're finding that balance, right? With the interesting, right? Okay, so it's giving me this idea. Now my kitty wants out. One moment. All right, so yes, so the tree and the clouds together are giving me this idea of your core values that remain the same. And then we've got these belief structures, maybe influences in your life. There are certain things in your life, certain ways of being, certain beliefs you hold that can be shifted, that can be changed, that can be released, let go of completely. And you can allow new ways of being and new belief structures to take their place, or you can explore new belief structures. There's this like content you might be taking in on social media. There's this shape shifting that wants to happen on like who you're following, or like there is this a piece of advice to go into YouTube or go into whatever it is you know, look for books, whatever the authors, find new voices to listen to, new energies, new personalities that are going to help you along on your journey here to your financial and creative pursuits that you're on. So, and then there are also, like with this tree grounding energy over here, there's another piece of advice to get clear on your kind of non-negotiable values and the things that kind of have always remained the same for you throughout your entire journey, and that don't really change for you, and that you know won't change for you, or at least anytime soon they won't change for you. So yeah, the advice here is to first maybe get grounded in these core values and clear on those, just to reconfirm them for yourself, you know, just to root them in that much more deeply to help you feel more grounded in who you are. And then, you know, sniff out some new information, follow your intuition, follow your nudges, and find new content to consume, new voices to listen to. And yeah, that's definitely a solid piece of advice. So how can you cultivate true peace in your life? You can focus more on your path, on what's in your power, in your control. You can focus on this amazing, beautiful journey that you're being called into right now, that is going to be so magical and so beautiful. You can ground yourself in your core values, and you can open up to new ways of thinking and open up to new people coming into your life, new supportive people that are going to help you, support you in this new way of being. You know, release those voices and those opinions and those people as best as you can, or if you can, that don't cultivate this new way of being that you're stepping into. And trust. With this lovers thing, with this problem, whatever this is, it's just saying trust. Let it go, release it, and trust. Know that what you're releasing, it might feel uncomfortable. It might feel like you're letting go of something you truly want and love. But it's this kind of feeling like, even if it's like, set it free. And even if that thing in particular doesn't come back to you, something better will. So just trust in that. There's an element of faith you're being called into. So yes, alrighty. So that is the answer to your question, how can you cultivate true peace? And I'm going to remove these tarot cards, and then we're going to answer, how can you cultivate true love in your life? So one moment. All right. So what I'm going to do during this part is I'm leaving these as kind of anchors to the reading. I think they will correlate with both questions. But we are getting new gratitude blooming cards and new tarot cards. So let's do the gratitude blooming cards first. Alrighty, how can group number 2 cultivate true love in their life? So I don't know why I'm like giddy about this. Because I have a feeling this is like, you know, this is related to that lack feeling you had with that Lovers card. Like, it's like, ooh, okay, you know, if I can't control that situation, well, then maybe I can find a new way to feel love in my life, you know? So, all right, so we got, yeah, that makes sense. Rose with choice. Wow. And peony with healing. Okay. All right. Oh, I already feel like a softening here. That anger energy was almost like the juxtaposition of that was what was causing the problem with the trajectory of your life and the beautiful things you're being called into. It was just there was a distraction going on, and more than anything, yeah, it's, you don't want to put that on someone else, or, you know, it's, I don't know, there might be some anxiety, there might have been some anxiety there as well, because when you're called into something big, sometimes you almost look for something to distract yourself. I don't know, that was just a random message still pertaining to the previous question. But yeah, so, all right, how can group number 2 cultivate true love in their life? Okay, I think I want to blend these babies up. Okay. Oh yeah, that feels better. Yeah, like there's just like an energy shift here. This is like, I wonder if you feel the same way listening to the reading, like, oh yeah, let's bring it on. What can we do here? Okay. Oh my God, I swear. These cards, you saw me just blend these up. These cards keep coming out. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. This one came out in group number 1 too. It's mind-blowing. We've got, oh my God, the Nine of Cups, again, in the center position here for you. That is wild. Aw, and then we got the Ten of Cups. I love that. Oh my gosh. Again, of course, the Three of Pentacles. Sometimes I'm like, oh, did I not mix these up very well? But no, like I blend them up fine. I don't know why, it just happens sometimes. So you got the Three of Pentacles again. Okay, you got the Death card. You got the Lovers again. And the Seven of Wands. Okay, I'm already getting a little bit of like insight here. So the Seven of Wands was what popped out at me first. And the Seven of Wands, it was reminding me, so Seven of Wands is about like defending your position. Defending something. Like, look at this. This is so freaking sweet. So we've got, I believe it's a fox, and there are little baby foxes behind it. And this fox is defending the baby foxes from a predator. So, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes. So whatever that relationship thing was, and I want to say it's a romantic relationship, but it could be a friendship thing. You just take it as it resonates. You can totally translate this however you want. But what I'm getting is this feeling of that negative focus that you had on how this relationship issue wasn't going exactly how you want it to be going. I feel like this with the Ten of Cups, I want to make sure these are all viewable. You got such beautiful freaking cards. Yeah. So with the Ten of Cups, I just feel like there's this beautiful promise of true love for you. And I feel like it's so obvious, it's so imminent. And there's like this Ace of Pentacles. It's like this offer is coming to you. This offer is actually presenting itself to you right now. You have this opportunity in your life. You are going to cultivate this happy love relationship and this complete fulfillment Ten of Cups reality. Like there's a beautiful, I just want to show you these cards. They're really beautiful, but there's a couple here, and the Ten of Cups is about, you know, ultimate fulfillment, happy family life. So this puzzle piece of your life is promised to you. But like with this choice card here, it is your choice how you aid in cultivating that. So with your negative attention on whatever it was, even if it was a specific person that you had the negative attention on, it's almost like you need to look at how you're treating your love journey as an energy, an entity of its own, regardless of the person it's attached to. So it's like this offer, this Ace of Pentacles offer is here for you. This is the offer. It's solid, it's grounded, earth element, like it's real. And the way in which you embody your faith in that offer from the universe is going to foretell how that offer comes to be in your life. So with the Seven of Wands, like defending the innocent here, the innocent is that potential, that offer from the universe, that knowing that you're meant for an amazing love in your life. And you have been given, you do have power over it. That's, you know, a lot of what we said before was, you know, you don't have power over another person. You don't have power or control over another person, but you do have power as to how you treat your relationship with this opportunity, this offer from the universe. So yeah, you need to defend the sanctity of this beautiful potential in your life. You need to trust in it, have faith in it, and protect it as if it was like a beautiful little baby fox, you know, like a beautiful thing that you need to take care of. And for you to, with that energy where you were projecting the negative fear energy or the worry energy or the distrust, you know, the anxiety energy onto that, even if it's another person, it's still in keeping with your relationship to this offer of love from the universe. So the offer is legitimate, you know, and it's going to come to fruition. But it's just important that you play the part you're meant to play in the creation of it and the reception of it. So, I mean, the Lover's card, that's self-explanatory. I mean, you're meant to have this beautiful, loving relationship. And like I said, take this as it resonates. This could be friendships. This could be something. It's something with relationships, 100%. But yeah, so you're meant for it. But yes, again, you do have power in how you, how you cultivate that and how you learn to open up to it and receive it and how you take care of it. This is, you're telling the universe how you're going to take care of a love relationship right here, right now, by the way in which you treat potential romantic partners or potential friends or your friends that you have currently in your life. You definitely. So just keep that in mind. It's an energy and an entity all its own, and who shows up and embodies that energy and entity that's meant for you is, we'll see, right? You know, but the love has always been meant for you, always will be meant for you. It's eternal. It will never not be yours. And you can embody that and feel that and attract that right now, you know, like that's something you can learn to embody and receive in your on your own, and in doing so, it attracts that in another person, and you can receive it from another person. And man, I hope this is making sense. It's kind of hard to put into words. But yeah, so we have this death card here, and the death has the phoenix here. It's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And there's something that needs to be put to bed as far as your relationships or your potential relationship goes. There is an anxiety, a worry, a frustration, an impatience. All of it needs to be put to bed in favor of faith, in favor of trust, so that you can focus on, from the previous reading, all of what you're being called to embody right now. There's so much more in your life, and there's so much balance in that, because even when you do attract this partner or this relationship, you're still going to need those solid roots in who you are for your soul's fulfillment, inner fulfillment. You're going to realize very quickly, and I think you'll actually realize this before that person is in your life, but I feel like if you don't, or if you are prone to lean too much into a romantic relationship for your fulfillment, you'll learn very quickly that it can't be your only source of fulfillment. And that is the exact reason why you're being called into your own projects, your own creativity, your own trajectory right now, because you're going to need that balance in your life to be happy. You really are. You're not going to be fully fulfilled unless you have that balance between the two. So right now it's about you. And so you putting to bed this worry, this mistrust, this feeling like the universe isn't giving you what you want, or it's dangling a carrot and not giving it to you, that kind of energy. It's time to just let that rest and trust and go move on to this beautiful light and color that's pulling you in right now. And there's so much juicy goodness I'd sense inside of this that you don't even know yet. So yeah, again, we've got the Three of Pentacles. It's about, working together with others. But I also feel called to say it could be, you're working together with your spirit guides. You're working together with your higher self to create this project, or to use your voice in some way, and, to embody your calling in this world. So... Wow. So, okay. So yes, again, I like to reiterate, the question is, how can you cultivate true love in your life? And it is honor it. Honor it as fact. Honor it as truth, that this love is meant for you. Don't indulge the fears, the worries, the negativity, the mistrust. Don't project that onto any other human being. If it's not the right person, it's not the right person. Or if you have to let someone go and it is the right person, they will come back in the right time. That is literally how this promise works, this offer works. So protect it. Protect your offer. Don't, scream out to the universe and say, you haven't given me my offer, or, don't worry so much. Just trust and know that it will be embodied in the right, perfect time, when you are going to be more balanced, and when you're going to be able to receive that in a way that's the perfect timing for you. And you're going to actually be able to receive it, and it's going to feel more smooth and more light and more airy. Like that honeymoon phase is actually going to be there. It's not going to be anxiety driven. It's not going to be hectic. It's like all the pieces will be in place for that to be smooth and happy. And that's why you're being called right now into your own path, and into trust. So let's see. So we've got this healing card here. All right. So maybe this feels like, this healing card feels like it's calling you into maybe the healing of your heart, or the healing of your worry, If there are any like abandonment issues, or if there's something in you that doesn't feel worthy, or that doesn't feel like the universe, God wants to give you this beautiful thing, or that you've not done something to earn it, I think there might be some healing there that needs to happen in terms of your worthiness. Because there's definitely a true love waiting for you, a true love that feels like home, that's really going to honor you and who you are. And I think first you're being called to honor yourself and know your worth, and know that this is coming no matter what. So it's going to help a lot for you to embody your worth, so that when it comes, it's easily accepted. It's smooth. It feels good. It's miraculous. It feels like, wow, I can't believe I can even feel this way towards someone. I can't believe my life is this way. You know, it's like this healing will happen so that when this love does come into your life, it's not like a triggery love. You know, you're not going to get triggered and feel like off balance in any way. It's all going to like make sense and feel good and feel balanced. So yeah, all right. So that is how you can cultivate true love in your life. You can trust that this love is meant for you. Trust that it will come to you in the right, perfect time. And know that this offer of love is yours right now, right here. And that is your responsibility to honor it, to protect it, and to trust in its promise. So yay. All right, awesome. So yeah, group number 2, this was your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I really loved providing this reading for you. If you'd like to like this video or subscribe to my channel, that would be much appreciated. If you want to check out my energy healing sessions, I will have a link down below for that. They are called the Infinite Prayer. They are collective distance energy healing sessions that are just as potent for each individual as it would be one-on-one in person. I've made them very accessible, and they all correspond to a tarot reading here on YouTube. Reiki knows no time or place, so I like to think that gaining access to each session is like attaining a magical cup to dip into an infinite spring of healing waters as many times as you need, as you can download the video and keep it forever. So there will be a link down below if you want to check those out. If you're drawn to any of those collective energy healing sessions, they're there for you. If you'd like to leave me a tip, I'll have a way to do that as well down below. And one last thing, I want to tell you about my other YouTube channel. It is called Soul Hearken. It is my heart and soul in video form. If you want to check that out, there's a link down there as well. So thank you so much for being here. I really loved your reading. It almost resonated with me as well. A lot of the themes were similar. I love the advice about protecting that offer of love as if it's solidified and true and already real, you know? So it's that's beautiful. I'm going to take that advice myself. So, alrighty. Thank you so much. Bye. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to Little Flower Tarot, your floral oracle. My name is Krista, and today's reading asks 2 questions. The first one is, how can you cultivate true peace in your life? And the second one is, how can you cultivate true love in your life? So you chose the Chrysanthemum, and the Chrysanthemum represents long life, devoted love, loyalty, happiness, and joy, and is the official birth flower of November. So, oops, this is from group number 2. We'll move that, and I will just, let's see, maybe I'll set this guy up top here. Yeah, alrighty, so we have 2 oracle cards from the Earth Magic Oracle Cards deck, and you got DNA, karma. I don't know why I got I like to talk about like ancestral stuff. So I got like weirdly excited about that. And then we've got fairies with earth magic. All right. Okay, so put these to the side here. And then I'm going to pull a couple of cards from this Gratitude Blooming deck. How can group number 3 cultivate true peace? So the way I'm doing this is we're doing the true peace question first, and then I will remove those cards and do a whole, it's almost like 2 readings in one. So, and then we'll do a whole second reading for the true love question. Oh, this one popped out, and it is, nasturtium with friendship. And one more. Oh, this will work. Okay, and then Dogtooth Violet with curiosity. Okay. I hope this is about friendship. I feel like you don't get a lot of readings on YouTube about friends, like a friend relationship or how to cultivate better friendships. So this is how to cultivate true peace, but maybe it'll be about friendships. So yeah, and I'm going to pull some tarot cards from the Shadowscapes tarot deck. Okay. All right. Oh, beautiful. All right. So we've got the 6 of Pentacles. We've got the 10 of Swords. We've got the 7 of Swords. Okay. This may very well be a friendship reading for sure. The Page of Pentacles. Okay. We got the 3 of Swords. Okay. Oh. And then we've got the Knight of Cups. And the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So yeah, I kind of already was feeling like I was getting a story as I was pulling the cards. So, okay. All right. So I was getting, okay. Well, I mean, the first thing I'm kind of picking up on is the ending of a relationship, the ending of a friendship. We've got the 10 of Swords, which is painful endings. We've got the 7 of Swords, which is deception, hiding, lies. Then we've got the 3 of Swords, which is heartbreak, you know, like heart pain, feeling betrayed, feeling hurt by those around you. So, I mean, those cards alone are speaking of this really painful ending and this really painful situation. And it could just be something that happened even years ago that you're healing from, or that has gotten in the way of you cultivating healthy relationships, and feeling at peace in your relationships. So yeah, the 6 of Pentacles is about balance, like, and it's about kind of, yeah, balancing the scales. It's receptive energy. It's getting what you deserve, getting what is rightfully yours. And I'm getting this feeling like that didn't really happen in your past. There's this energy of a broken relationship and the trauma of that. So, so it almost feels like whatever this was, this really affected you. And it almost feels like with this DNA karma, it feels like this was a karmic relationship. And something I kind of believe, and this might not resonate with everybody, but sometimes I feel like we all have these kind of core soul wounds that we enter into our human embodiment with. So it could be inherited wounding. It could be wounding of your own soul from past lives. So it almost feels like there was this core wound that you entered into the earth with. You entered into your human self with. And it kind of got activated and reflected back to you in the whatever relationship or relationships, friendships, whatever it was, that betrayed you, hurt you, didn't honor you in the way that you deserve, was only a mechanism to reflect back to you this wound that existed already within you. So in a way, it was kind of an inevitable experience to get you to shine light on the wound, on the wounding that, if not healed and if not attended to, is only going to continuously attract people who will hurt you in that way, in that original way that you received that wound. So really, if it's something that's happened to you multiple times and you're wondering, why do I always attract to this type of person, or why does this always happen to me? That is kind of the answer. It's because these relationships are asking you to go within and to look at this wound and to heal it, to truly heal it. And until you really pay attention to yourself in that way, then you will just keep attracting these external circumstances that will continue to point you in the direction of your wound. So, I mean, I see this 9 of Pentacles here, and the 9 of Pentacles is about personal satisfaction, material satisfaction, independent, feeling good on your own, feeling like you can take care of yourself, feeling independent. And I feel like this is the trajectory you're being called into. There is this reality available to you to feel completely content and happy on your own. And let's see. So, okay, so there might be an imbalance with this 6 of Pentacles. In the original Rider-Waite, it shows a man dropping coins in, I think it seemed like poor, people who were poor, who needed that money, and the man dropping the coins in their cups was like a richer man. So balancing things out, making things more fair. Yeah, so with the 6 of Pentacles, your relationships in the past, or whoever these people were that hurt you, it was not balanced. And you might have thought it was balanced because what you were getting from the relationship was this sense of maybe not being alone, maybe having that companionship, having someone present in your life. That's literally, it's like that's all you wanted was presence, you wanted someone there. And so you were just giving of yourself and giving of yourself and giving all your love and energy into them, and considering them and all of your decisions, and just being this loving, giving, generous person. And in a way, you've almost generosity in as far as the benefit of the doubt goes. It was like consistent, like there were signs along the way, but you ignored them, and you consistently just gave them the benefit of the doubt consistently because you see the good in people. That's just natural for you. And that doesn't mean that good that you see is not real. That good that you see in other people, or that you saw in these people, was real. That was really their true essence. And you have this amazing gift to see their true essence. But, we do live on earth, and there is another side of the coin. We are all so wounded, I mean, not all of us, but, humanity is wounded. And so many people, no matter how good they are at their core, like no matter how potentially good they are, or like their true essence, no matter how good it really is, if they're so wounded, sometimes they can't treat others in any in any way that's, if they're not honoring themselves or seeing their own worth, then they're not going to honor another person or see the other person's own worth. That's just like common, like not common, sorry, that not common sense. That's not what I meant, but it just makes sense, right? Like if they can't see their own worth, how are they going to see another person's worth? It doesn't compute. It doesn't make sense. It's not going to happen. So if those are the cues that you need, if you see someone who's not honoring their own worth, who's not honoring themselves in the way that they should, I would definitely take that as a red flag and be cautious around people like that. But at the same time, I mean, we could say that you've not been doing that. You've not been honoring your worth. So it's just been kind of a recipe for hurt and pain, because it's just wounding, reflecting itself back to each other in these relationships relationship that has been painful. I'm getting this feeling like it was multiple though, like it's a patterning, this DNA karma. It's a patterning that's happening with you where you keep attracting this type of energy. You're overgiving, you're overseeing the good in them. But, oh, and then I noticed earlier, I was this Knight of Cups. So I feel like you can be prone to get like romanced in a way, whether this is a friendship situation or an actual romantic relationship. It's like you allow yourself to be romanced and given all these false promises. And the actual solidity, like the Knight of Cups is a romantic and charming energy, but he isn't the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is slow, steady, grounded, and sure. And it's a true promise. The Knight of Cups doesn't hold a true promise on his own. And I feel like he's in that water element. It's mutable, it's changeable, it's shifty, and you can drown in it. So I really feel like be cautious of being charmed, be cautious of being romanced right off the bat, like look for steady, solid evidence of a real offer of someone who has something truly, truly to offer you, someone who really, truly honors your worth, even when you're not honoring your worth. You need to look for that. Like we've got this Page of Pentacles here, and I feel like this is you. I feel like you are starting to see your own worth. The Page is like kind of an apprentice type energy, someone who's new at this pursuit, and the Pentacles are solid, grounded, and I see like this here. Let me show you if it'll focus. Okay, so this little owl right here, I see as this little guide on your journey, and owls represent wisdom. So I just feel like this is your inner wisdom speaking to you and guiding you on your path. And this is you standing on this brand new sense of worth and knowing and trust that as long as you continue to honor yourself, as long as you continue to take slow and steady progress towards healing your heart and healing your wounds and keeping your guard up to an extent, knowing your past, knowing how you've been wounded, having compassion for that, but also having awareness of that you are prone to being romanced, you are prone to being swept off your feet by people who don't have the solid foundation to back it up. They might have the emotion to back it up, but they don't have anything real and true and solid to give you. And they're wounded as well, and they're choosing to, romance you instead of heal themselves. So I really feel like you're on a new trajectory, so good job. I think I kind of skipped a step there because whatever you're doing, I feel like right now, whether you see it or not, you're awakening to this pattern that you've been in for this period of time. And so you don't be surprised if you still attract those same energies, but this time you're just going to be awake in the dream, so to speak. Like you're going to be like, whoa, I'm seeing it happen right in front of me. I recognize those same energies, that same type of romantic vibe someone's throwing at me. And like I said, this can be friendship or romance. It can be someone who's just charming, you know, and you feel, it's like one of those things where you feel strangely comfortable with them. And the only reason you feel strangely comfortable with them is because they hold the same like wounding. You know, it's like those types of people that you're attracted to, you only feel safe with them because of your wounding. And the type of person you should be with at first might feel uncomfortable because it's making you question your, how do I put this? I think the main message actually is the point about the reason you're comfortable with these type of people is because it's all you know. It's they share a similar wounding where it mirrors back to each other's wounds, you know, and moving forward, just be on the lookout for that. If it's too easy to fall into, it might be too good to be true, or I just be aware of it. I think that's be aware of falling into something too easily or feeling too safe or too comfortable. If you see little red flags of being dishonored in any way, or being just not valued in the way that you know you deserve, even little tiny red flags, just trust in those and pull away and bring your energy in and see what's going on internally. Because you're going in a new direction, and your new direction is this Nine of Pentacles. This is you. Nine of Pentacles is complete satisfaction, complete personal satisfaction, independence, feeling grounded, feeling like you've provided everything you need for yourself to feel safe and grounded and fulfilled in this world. And this is where you need to be. This is the place in which you need to manifest all of your future relationships from. So this, I almost feel like this reading is saying it might not be the best idea to cultivate new relationships. It's almost saying let go of any relationships that aren't honoring your soul and release them, let them go. Assess your current relationships and the ones that have consistently shown up for you, consistently built you up, been there for you, are supportive of you. Feed those. And in the meantime, do the energy work, the healing, the internal healing that you need to be doing. Because that's what's number one, 100% most important in this life. And you need to get to that Nine of Pentacles space so that from that space, then you can start manifesting the relationships in your life or relationship in your life that is going to truly, truly serve your soul, and not in a serving your soul because it's magnifying your wounds kind of way. It's going to serve your soul by feeding you, building you up, and helping you grow. So this curiosity. So I think the curiosity and the friendship card kind of go together, because it's like if there are any new people in your life, I think instead of coming at new relationships with this, maybe in the past you came towards it with this like almost like desperation energy, or this energy of like really wanting someone in your life to witness you, and you know, and feeling of lack, almost like, oh, maybe this person will fill a void here. It's calling you to, with new people in your life, to have more of a curiosity, like, who is this person? Let them reveal themselves to you before you make any assessments or judgments. Like I said, I feel like this reading is calling you into like solitude mostly. But if you do happen upon new people in your life, or a new person is pursuing you, just like have detachment and have curiosity about the situation in general, and ask, who is this person in my life? Why are they coming into my life? Is it someone who is here to support me and uplift me and respect me? Or is it someone who it feels all too familiar, and it feels the energies are way too similar as they were before in past relationships where I've been betrayed, Like, look at those signs and signals. Stay curious, stay aware, and you will be surprised by like how awakened you become within new relationships, or even your current ones. Just being curious and aware. And yeah, this is definitely calling you into awareness and kind of almost like a vigilance of who and what's in your world and why. Yeah, this is really, I feel like you really need to learn how to honor yourself more deeply, trust in yourself, and trust in your inherent worthiness, and get yourself to this confident, solid ground so that you can go from there. Yeah, this friendship card, there are good people out there that recognize your beauty and recognize your goodness. And the only way you can get there is if you learn how to honor yourself and learn how to be at peace with who you are. Learn how to trust in who you are. Learn how to explore your own world, your own internal landscape, so that you can see and witness for yourself just how amazing you are, so that you can see what you've deserved all along. So the question here is, how can you find true peace? And it is, pull your energy back to yourself, honor your heart, honor your soul, and explore who you are. Explore your own truth, your own like intricacies. Figure that out. Like, learn to love all these beautiful little pieces of yourself and not expect it from the outside world. And from there, then can you begin to attract the right people into your life that will help you find balance and peace and reciprocity. So this is very beautiful. I didn't really touch on this Fairies Earth Magic card. Maybe it's just calling you into nature, because and just like nature, just being in nature and like feeling that aliveness of nature, and maybe like listening to the trees and the energy, like the wind blowing through the trees, and just feeling like that aliveness all around you, and finding solace and comfort and friendship within nature. Might be one way that you can learn how to not feel so alone, but right now you are healing really deep karmic wounding around your relationships, and I think you definitely need to acknowledge that and realize that that's what this is. Any pain you're walking through, or any confusion or wondering of why does this always turn out like this? Why do I always attract people like this? Like, what is wrong with me? Like, there's nothing wrong with you. You're being awakened to how deeply you need to heal, and you need to pay attention to your own experience and your own beauty and your own internal love. So beautiful. Alrighty. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh, we're not done, because that was answering the question, how can you find more peace? And it almost feels like it's answering the question, how can you find true love as well? But I did it with all the other readings, so I'm going to do it with you too. We're going to not redo, but we're going to clear these cards and bring out some new ones for the how can you cultivate true love portion of the reading. So, all right. So, let's see. Yes, we will pull a couple of gratitude blooming cards. And yeah, by the way, I just want to, like, I don't know, I feel very sisterly towards whoever this is watching this right now. And I get the sense, and I feel like that's why we had this like nature spirit card, this earth magic. I feel like you're a very sensitive soul. Like I could just see you going out in nature and just feeling at peace and at home there, and feeling like everything's reciprocal and everything makes sense. And it almost feels like you have this, you give everyone the benefit of the doubt, because you see the good in them, because there is good in everyone, potential in everyone, and that's beautiful. It's kind of hard living on earth because you have to cultivate this internal, darn, my camera battery ran out, and I totally had this whole big spiel and I loved it. But the main message was that I see you in your sensitivity, and I just know that there are people out there who are just like you, sensitive, sweet, kind, generous, who want to be in your life, who are looking for someone just like you, friendships, a partnership, and they won't take advantage of you, and they won't hurt you. They will just support you. Those people are out there, and I just kind of wanted, like with this infinite possibility here, I wanted to mention that, because that's what you deserve. You've always been good, and you've seen the good in people, and whatever this internal wounding is that you need to clear and you need to heal, it's totally doable. It's not something that's out of reach. It might even just be a minor shift away, where you're more aware, and you can recognize the red flags, and you can still love someone and see the good in them, but recognize that it's not healthy for them to be in your life. So I think it's just a quick, I feel like your eyes are opening right now, and you're learning how to catch those red flags. So good job. Whatever it is you're doing great. And yeah, continue working on that solid foundation that you're building. And from there, you will attract those beautiful souls that are looking for you too. So, all right. So moving on. Yes, balance. Yeah, we'll get into that. And I'm going to pull some different cards from the Shadowscapes Tarot now. And this is going to answer the question, how can you cultivate true love in your life? So, how can group number 3 cultivate true love in their life? Yeah, you've got the most beautiful, gentle energy, and it deserves to be well taken care of. All right, so we've got the Lovers. We've got, I'm like shook a little bit. Like the same cards are coming out in all 3 readings so far. We've had multiple doubles of cards, like repeats of cards. You've got the 3 of Pentacles. Strength. Oh my gosh. I feel like that's perfect. The Strength card is perfect for you and your energy. All right. See if we can find some room for everything. And then we've got, the High Priestess. This is all making sense. King of Pentacles. Okay. This little like inner big sister just came up in me, because I'm like King of Pentacles. It like felt like another person coming in, and I was like, oh, let me put my guard up. Like, is it safe? Like, are these people going to treat you with respect? Are they going to honor who you are? But yes, okay, we'll get there. And then we've got the Queen of Cups. Okay. All right. So let's see, the High Priestess. The Lovers. Okay, so the Lovers makes a lot of sense. We've been talking about relationships. And this is, how can you cultivate true love? And let's see. And the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, the Three of Pentacles has come up in all three readings. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And I think I want to say the Lovers has too. But you did get a lot of newer cards. So the Strength energy really felt on point for you. It feels like you've got this beautiful, amazing, soft energy. And your strength isn't so like overt. The strength that you cultivate within is very soft, very subtle, and fierce, very fierce in a way. I feel like your nature kind of mirrors nature. It mirrors the reality of nature, and there's like a softness yet a ferocity to nature, a gentleness, a kindness, a flow to nature, but yet this ferocity. It's like with snake venom, how snake venom, it can be a poison or a medicine. You've got that kind of energy to you. Overall, very, very soft. I do feel as though if you are mistreated, the pushback that you give to the person who's mistreated you can really sting. It reminds me of this feeling of like, I guess, I don't know why a stingray is coming to my mind. It's like this beautiful, flowing, soft, moving through the water energy, but it's got that barbed point at its tail for defense, as a defense mechanism, as a protection. So that's kind of your energy. It's that juxtaposition between the sharp and the soft. And it's a really beautiful and unique and sacred type of energy to hold. So what you have, the medicine you have to give to the world is quite rare. And one of the reasons it's rare is because it's difficult. It can be difficult to cultivate it in a healthy way that doesn't hurt. Like I said, snake venom, snake venom, you can turn into a medicine, but it can also harm. So it's that kind of balance. Like your medicine to the earth takes a lot of concentration, a lot of responsibility, a lot of care and respect. It's like the thorn on a rose. So you want the rose. The rose is beautiful and soft, and the energy it emits is amazing, and it's unconditionally loving, and that energy of a rose. But if you want it and you pull it, there is the thorn there. So that's kind of your energy. And it's quite beautiful and a little, no, it's not scary, but it's a little scary. Like, it's like, ooh, like sharp edges there, like gotta be careful. Gotta honor this person in the right way. Gotta treat them in the right way. And their sacredness is just intense almost. It's like an intense sacredness. So that's kind of you. And, the type of person that can honor that and respect that and love that and cherish that. It reminds me of this King of Pentacles, this really grounded, safe, like solid energy, structured energy, this like more blunt, dense, but still like good and I don't know, just this person who is like a wall, but in a good way. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's almost like a wall that will protect you, you know? Like someone who has an energy that's very grounded and very strong and very dense that can help keep you safe and keep you protected. So I feel like there might be someone that you're meant to be with in this life that has that type of energy, that recognizes and honor your beauty and your intensity for exactly how sacred and pure and good it is. And they can hold that. They have like one little like with the thorn example, or like nothing can really, like one little how do I put this? Like one little pinprick to their wall energy, their dense energy, it does nothing to them. You know, like they can contain you, they can hold you, they can have space for you, and you can still get to be your full self. And you know, the little sharp edges don't bother them so much. I hope that makes sense. But that's the type of person you're meant to have. And if your sharp edges are like triggering someone left and right, that is not your person. Like your sharp edges are there for a reason, and they're part of your freaking medicine. And someone's got to understand that and honor that before you can let them in. And this high priestess, I feel like you just have such a unique gift to offer the world. I'm not sure you probably do know you're on to what it is. The high priestess. Let's see. There's so much power inside of you, but I'm getting the sense that you haven't even scratched the surface of it. And it has to be protected. That's the thing. I see it's like someone who lives out in the middle of the woods in a cabin, and they stay there because their medicine is so potent that they need to be away from like the rest of society to help protect it and cultivate it and not have it be taken advantage of. Not saying you shouldn't be in society or something like that, but that's like the energy of that medicine. And this high priestess just reminds me of, I don't know, your power and like your intuitive gifts. And wow. Yeah. Let's see. Well, we have this Ace of Wands. Wonder what that's about. Interesting. So, okay. So we're asking, how can you cultivate true love? So, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we went on this exploration of your gifts and of the potency of your sharpness, and that it needs respected, cherished, honored, protected. What are some action steps like that you can take in the world that would say to the universe, like once you do this one thing or say this one thing to someone, or protect yourself in this one way, or whatever it may be, that takes you towards your gifts more deeply? Yeah, that's kind of like a question that's coming up. Like, what can you do to cultivate all of this a little bit more, to honor it yourself? You know, like the more you honor your gifts, the more the world can honor your gifts, or can even, like, the more you'll be able to express them in a pure and potent way that can be received by the world. So there's something that you're being called to do in order to cultivate and express your gifts into the world. That's going to tell the universe, this is the direction I'm going in. I'm honoring myself in this way. I'm honoring my purpose in this way. And it's going to be, you've got the Queen of Cups, and it's going to be extremely emotionally fulfilling to walk in this direction. So this just feels like you're really entering into a love of who you are, and a respect of who you are, and a realization and awakening that parts of who you are that you cursed before are not worthy of being cursed. They're worthy of being cherished and honored, and they're so needed in the world. They're so beautiful and amazing and rare. And these things, it needs a change of perspective. You know, you need to shift and see it for what it really is. Your pain is actually your strength. And so there's something really, really there for you. There's something just amazing inside of you that the world needs. And it takes a lot of time to cultivate, and it takes a lot of respect. I mean, I've said that a million times. I feel like I'm overly saying it, but it needs respect. And the first person who needs to respect it is you. And this is going to, like, there's so much inner fulfillment and self-love that's going to come from, and this Queen of Cups is gorgeous. Like, I feel like your path is not necessarily, it's not linear, and the path to understanding your gifts, it's like, I mean, I don't know if you can, this image kind of just explains it. She's walking through water. We've got these sea turtles. These sea turtles represent like ancient wisdom, but also slowness. And then the sea here, and just her, like, the dark colors of this kind of remind me of, and then the beauty and the light emitting from her higher energy centers. This is what's going to guide you into understanding your gifts more. And the Queen of Cups in general is someone who's emotionally fulfilled, emotionally expressive. And I feel like the relief you're going to get from the understanding of your true gifts, and what this thing that you might have said was a curse before is actually, it's just, I feel like your heart's going to be exploding with love for who you are, and knowledge and understanding for your beauty, and relief that this was never something that was wrong with you. It was always one of your most profound, like, soul pieces, like part of your soul essence. Yeah, okay. So, is there anything I didn't touch on here? I feel like you do have, like, I'm getting the sense, like, and it could be, it's probably a little bit further in the future. So, like we said, with, like, especially if I'm taking the last reading into account, how can you cultivate true peace? It was saying a lot about stepping into your independence and feeling confident alone so that you can build from that foundation. So I do feel like this might be further in the future, but this, I'm telling you, like, this King of Pentacles, I mean, and the Lovers goes hand in hand with that. But look at this guy. I mean, this is your dude. And obviously, I don't want to be too heteronormative. So I really hope when people watch these that they replace the genders with what makes sense to them. But this is a very masculine, solid, sturdy presence. This is what you need. You need this, like, beautiful, amazing, strong, the wall energy. I don't know why. It's like a wall that can protect you. Like, it's like you won't have to live your life trying to protect yourself so intensely. It was like, it's like someone will come in your life and it will just be like, poof. Like, I'm protecting you now. And you don't have to worry about, you can just rest into your softness and in your gifts and shine your beautiful freaking light in the world. You know, it's like this person is, this is a person that is there. They're coming. One day they will be there for you. This is what you're waiting on. And they'll respect you and honor you and trust in you and hold that space for you to be fully 100% yourself, your magnificent self in the world. And that is like their purpose and their pleasure and passion to do that for you. Yeah, they're a thing. So, yeah. Okay, that's amazing. I'm happy for you. Believe in that. Please believe in that. But also have patience, because I feel right now you're more being called to, like, love who you are and understand who you are. So, all right. I think I covered it all. That was a really good one. I feel you. Your energy is so sensitive and sweet. And go into nature, because nature will hold you like nothing else. Nature will reveal things to you, reveal your gifts to you, will guide you. I feel like nature is going to be your best teacher in this life. So yeah, spend time in nature for sure. Alrighty. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. This was absolutely beautiful. I would love it if you'd like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you want to check out my energy healing sessions, I'll have a link down below for those. They are called the Infinite Prayer. They are collective distance energy healing sessions that are just as potent as it would be one-on-one in person. I've made them very accessible, and they all correspond to a tarot reading here on YouTube. So the links are listed in each individual energy healing session. Reiki knows no time or place, so I like to think of gaining access to each session as attaining a magical cup to dip into this infinite spring of healing water as many times as you need, because you can download the video and continue to watch it, listen to it as often as you need to. But they're infinite in nature. So if you want to check those out, and if you feel drawn to one, they're super accessible. So I hope you do check those out. Oh yeah, so I do accept tips. There will be some information down below to if you feel called to do that as well. And last but not least, I want to tell you about my other YouTube channel. It is called Soul Hearken. It is my heart and soul in video form. A link will be down below for that as well. So thank you so much for checking this reading out. I really enjoyed being in your presence. I really hope this felt purposeful for you. I pray I see you walking onto the right path and discovering who you truly are, and meeting the people in this life that honor just who you are and support you in being who you are. So yay, I'm happy for you, and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye.